The following content may contain visuals that are disturbing, graphic, or sensitive in nature. Viewer discretion is advised. This material is intended for mature audiences and may not be suitable for all viewers. Please exercise caution while watching, and if you find such content distressing, we recommend discontinuing viewing. This disclaimer is provided to ensure awareness and to prioritize viewer well-being.
Hello and welcome to this brand new edition of Global Lens on News9 Live with me, Neha Khanna. We have lots lined up for you over the next 1 hour. Let's begin with our top story on the Israel-Hamas war. The much anticipated release of 50 hostages in Hamas captivity in Gaza, which was expected to begin today, has been delayed at least until Friday. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a ceasefire for 4 days, aiming to facilitate the entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza and the release of 50 hostages currently held by Hamas in exchange for 150 Palestinians jailed in Israel, all women and children. Israel's National Security Advisor Tzachi Hanegbi said the start of the release will take place according to the original agreement between the sides and not before Friday. He added the negotiations on the release of our hostages are advancing and continuing constantly. White House spokesperson Adrian Watson said the agreement is on track and we're hopeful that the implementation will begin on Friday morning. A source in Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office has been quoted as saying, "No one said there would be a release on Thursday except the media. We had to make it clear that no release is planned before Friday because of the uncertainty that the hostages' families are facing." Israel's public broadcaster, Khanna, citing an unidentified Israeli official, reported that there was a 24-hour delay because the agreement had not been signed by Hamas and the mediator, Qatar. I beg your pardon. The officials said they were optimistic that the agreement would be carried out once it is duly signed. Despite the ceasefire agreement, there has been no let-up in the intense fighting. Reports say the Israeli aircraft and artillery struck Gaza's southern city of Khan Yunis in at least 2 waves and 15 people were killed. Attacks have also been reported in several other parts of Gaza, including the Jabalia and Nuseirat camps. Israel says it has carried out aerial strikes on over 300 Hamas targets over the past day. In another major development, the Israel military has arrested Mohammed Abu Salmiya, the director of the Al-Shifa hospital, the largest medical facility in Gaza, which has been at the heart of the Israel-Hamas war. Several senior doctors too have been detained. The arrests have given rise to concerns over the potential disruptions to critical healthcare services at the hospital, which is already crumbling under the Israeli assault. The Israeli military's incursion into the hospital complex took place last week. Israel maintains that Hamas terrorists have been using a tunnel network beneath the hospital for launching attacks. Both Hamas and hospital officials vehemently deny these claims. Israel in recent days has released a series of videos showing a tunnel shaft and a blast-proof door, as well as weaponry which they claim have all been found at and under the Al-Shifa hospital. In another decisive move amid the escalating tensions, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has instructed the country's external intelligence agency, the Mossad, to take aggressive action against Hamas even beyond the confines of Gaza. Netanyahu's announcement underscores his determination to target the top echelons of Hamas, who predominantly reside in exile, primarily in Qatar and Beirut. He said, "I've instructed the Mossad to act against the heads of Hamas wherever they are." Mossad's history of overseas operations, including targeted assassinations of Palestinian militants and Iranian nuclear scientists, amplifies the gravity of Netanyahu's directive in a bid to dismantle Hamas's command structure. In a conversation with US President Joe Biden, Netanyahu reiterated Israel's commitment to persist in its offensive against Hamas even after the temporary ceasefire. Netanyahu said, "I want to be clear. The war is continuing. We will continue it until we achieve all our goals."
המתווה שהושג לא יכלול שחרור רוצחים, והוא כן כולל הסכמה של נציגי הצלב האדום, לביקורים יותר נכון של נציגי הצלב האדום אצל החטופים והעברת תרופות אליהם. אני שמעתי שיש מי שכופר על זה. הצלב האדום אמר שהוא לא שמע, אז הנה הסעיף המפורש. יתאפשר לצלב האדום לבקר את יתר החטופים ולספק להם תרופות נחוצות, ואני מצפה שהצלב האדום יעשה את העבודה שלו. אנחנו מנצחים ונמשיך להילחם עד לניצחון המוחלט.